Hello there, everybody. Hello there, Talk. Hopefully, you're doing really great on the other side of the screen and having a very good time. Today, I'm going to be talking about something. Today basically, I'm going to be talking about this self-help book that I came across recently, which is the most amazing and brilliant book written by Naval Ravikant. So the title of the book is Almanac of Naval Ravikant. Almanac means diary. So the diary of Naval Ravikant, Almanac of Naval Ravikant, Diary of Naval Ravikant. It's a brilliant book, and I guess everybody should give it a read. So I'm going to be talking about 6 takeaways that I received from the book and something that I learned. And hopefully you like the video. And if you like my videos, click and hit like and subscribe button. So, having read the book, the 6 takeaways that I received from the book, so I'm going to be talking about them one by one. So, the first takeaway that I received, or something that I learned, is that we live in a world with infinite leverage. Here, Naval Ravikant says that in this 21st century, we live in a world with infinite possibilities. बहुत ज़्यादा possibilities हैं. We don't really have to have that limited mindset. We have to work on our head. We have to teach ourselves. It's our responsibility to teach ourselves and stretch our mental horizon. And there are tons of different possibilities. He says that today in this modern world, online platform is where everybody is shifting has already shifted. So online platform YouTube is one of the biggest leverage. And after Corona, after pandemic, almost like everybody has shifted to YouTube. So ये एक बहुत ही बड़ा leverage है. So like he says that in this 21st century, there are tons of possibilities, and we have to keep working on what suits us, and we have to keep moving ahead, and that's how इसी तरह click करेगा, इसी तरह कुछ मिलेगा भी. And second thing, he says that the second takeaway that I received from the book is happiness is a skill. He says that just like any other skill, just like any other skill, like when we are learning how to dance or anything that we are learning or anything that we are practicing, like martial art or learning how to play guitar or learning how to speak or doing public speaking or whatever. Similarly, just like that, happiness is also just a skill. Happiness भी एक skill है, and इस पे practice किया जा सकता है. Although मैं भी खुश नहीं रहता हूँ, मैं भी कभी कभी frustrated हो जाता हूँ. Even I get frustrated, but then I have been working on it. But then yeah, it's just too hard what to say. But then क्योंकि हम लोग we all are just human beings. But then Naval Ravikant makes a very good point here that he says that happiness is also just a skill, and then just like any other skill, it can be practiced. So if we try to practice and work on it every day, it can be built. Happiness can be built. So he also says that we have to find out that what really suits best for us, whether it's meditation or exercise or running, jogging, or talking to people or going out there on a long drive or whatever. It could be anything depending on personality. There are different things. So just like, for example, I love running and reading and like talking to people. These are the things, and meditation sometimes. These are the things which keeps me sane. So like you gotta find आपको, you have to वो try and error methods लगाते रहने हैं and कुछ है जो click करेगा, and then that's how आप अपने happiness को, that's, you can find that one activity that sets you in peace. And the third takeaway that I received from the book is value your time. He says that we all say that time is very precious and we should value our time, but he stresses on it. He stresses on the fact that time is very valuable, and he also says that we should be very conscious of our present time and of our activities that we are doing, because everything that we are doing is going to be and not only going to be but shape our future. So we should be very cautious of what we are doing in the present time, and be ready to value our time. So read, exercise, meditate, and talk to people, learn things. These are some of the important things that we should do, and try to work on to eliminate bad habits. Although we all are human beings, we have our we all are flawed animals, but then yeah, that's how we can grow. If we focus on the present time and on the present task that we are doing, and then put our whole heart to it, that's only how we can grow, and then move forward. So he says beautiful lines in this book that I'm gonna go, the book, the Almanac of Naval Ravikant. He says beautiful lines in this book that I'm gonna go read for you. So listen to it very carefully. So the lines that he says is, our lives are a blink of firefly in the night. You are just barely here. You have to make the most of every minute, which does not mean you chase some stupid desire for your entire life. What it means is every second you have on this planet is very precious, and it's your responsibility to make sure you are happy and interpreting everything in the best possible way. So he says that time is very important. So he also says that don't read the book which does not interest you. Don't hang out with the people who has negative vibe. Don't do anything which doesn't feel right, because we have to realize the fact that yes, our lives are just a blink of firefly. We can just vanish anytime. Who knows? It's a very important realization. So he and then so he says that we should learn to value our time, and learn to grow and develop and keep working, and don't really spend your time doing something which doesn't feel right. Just move away, walk away. And the fourth takeaway that I learned from the book is fundamentals are the most important thing. He says that whatever you're doing, whatever you're learning, whether you're learning martial arts, you're learning how to dance, you're learning how to speak, you're learning mathematics, you're learning science, geography, bio, whatever, literature, you're reading literature or anything. But he says that whatever you're learning, whatever you're working on, it's very important to learn fundamentals. Fundamentals, he says, fundamentals are the pillars. So he says that it's very important. Fundamentals are the most important thing. जो कोई भी आदमी, आज तुम किसी का भी एक एग्जांपल चूज़ करो जो कि अपने अपने डोमेन में बेस्ट है. इट्स जस्ट बिकॉज उसका जो फंडामेंटल है बहुत ही क्लियर है. दैट्स समथिंग व्हाट ही सेज. नवल रविकांत बोलते हैं कि तुमको अपने फंडामेंटल को स्ट्रॉन्ग करना है. फंडामेंटल ही है, और उसके बाद का जो सारा गेम है वो तुम खुद ब खुद फाइंड आउट करते जा सकते हो. चीज़ें खुद ब खुद खुलती जाती हैं. एवरीथिंग sort of like starts happening. You can connect dots and all. तो बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं. But then Naval Ravikant says that fundamentals are the most important thing. And the fifth takeaway is compounding effect works on everything in life. He says that compounding effect केवल money पे काम नहीं करता है, या केवल money के लिए काम नहीं करता है, doesn't really only work for money, but then compounding effect हमारे लाइफ पे भी काम करता है. हम जो कुछ भी कर रहे हैं, जो कुछ पर भी हम फोकस करते हैं, only that grows. If we focus on problems, our problems are gonna grow. If I focus on anything that I'm gonna go focus on, anything that I'm going to put my head to, केवल वही और वही चीज़ ग्रो करेगा. तो ये जो कंपाउंडिंग इफेक्ट है हर एक चीज़ में काम करता है. आप एक्सरसाइज करिए, आप it's our responsibility to take exercise every day, eat healthy and read books, and be able to learn and listen and 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 smile and laugh. क्योंकि because सारा कुछ कंपाउंडिंग इफेक्ट की ही तरह काम कर रहा है. So everything that we are doing is just like a compound effect. तो छोटा से छोटा चीज़ भी is very valuable and and we should not really what do you call it, avoid. If there are good habits, we should focus on it. If there are bad habits, we should try to eliminate and work on it to eliminate it. And the sixth takeaway, the sixth point, the most valuable point that I personally like and that I love doing the most is, he says that learn to read books. He says that, and he also says that learn fundamentals. So he says that learn fundamental books, learn about the origin of life, read philosophy, read literature. He says that these are very important things. He says that these are very important. You should learn philosophy, you should learn literature, you should learn science, and then the fundamentals of science to learn how humans, how sapiens came and कैसे हम लोग इतना डेवलप कर गए. दीज आर वेरी फंडामेंटल क्वेश्चंस. कोई भी आपको फंडामेंटल फिलोसफिकल क्वेश्चंस आ सकते हैं. किसी को भी हम लोगों के लाइफ में हम लोग एट सो मेनी पॉइंट we get philosophical questions that what is the purpose, why am I doing whatever I'm doing. So it's our job to seek all these questions. So he says that learn and develop this habit of book reading, because these are very important things that we can do. So these were the 6 takeaways that I learned from the book. So if I had to name them, अगर मैं सारे का नाम लूँ तो जैसे पहला था, वी लिव इन अ वर्ल्ड विद इनफाइनाइट लेवरेज, पॉसिबिलिटीज़ बहुत हैं. सो ब्रेक फ्री गाइज. दिस इज़ द थिंग. वी डोंट रियली हैव टू हैव लिमिटेड माइंड सेट. Break free of this limited mindset, work on skill, work on, just pick one thing and then work on it, and that's how we can keep improving. For example, I am working on whatever I'm doing. I have been working on whatever I'm doing, and I have come so far. But then still, there's a long way to go, and that's how it works. That's how it is. Otherwise, वो फिर से वो जो एक feeling आने लगता है that what am I doing, and you start feeling lost. So we live in a world with infinite leverage. Start working. And happiness is a skill. The second point was happiness is a skill. It can be developed just like any other skill. Just like confidence can be taught. Confidence can be learned. Confidence can be practiced. Similarly, happiness can be practiced. And the third lesson was value your time. Time is the most valuable thing, as he says that our lives are a blink of firefly. And fourth, that fundamentals are the most important thing. Learn fundamental things. Learn how to speak. Speaking is the most fundamental thing. We don't know how to speak. Believe me, guys, we really don't know how to speak. But this is one of the most fundamental skill that we can teach ourselves. And the fifth point is that compounding effect does not only work for money, but then works for everything that we are doing in our life. And the last but not the least, the sixth point, he says that learn to read books, especially fundamental books, and question everything. And that's how we can grow, and that's how we can progress and move ahead in our life. So these were some of the things that I learned from this self-help book, the Almanac of Naval Ravikant, and it's a great book. And currently I have given this book to one of my very good friends, and she's reading it, and it's a very great book.